Ready, January 15th. Person is sitting and moving in a car.
Yep, it works. Yep. Yep. What's the charge of this?
I'm also aware that you pushed me into a plea deal to make it easier for you to throw me in prison. Fuck yeah. Oh, that's inside. Person is sitting and moving in a car.
I hope that's crazy lady. Alright.
January 15th. You don't trust yet. No roast inside.
You can't know.
January 15th.
That's what happened. No roast inside. Yeah, it's easy to do. Yes, it is. Yes, I'm actually.
Person is sitting and moving in a car.
Yeah, I'll never comply again.
Good George. advice. Straight from your office. Label. What you thinking?
I'm missing 4. Yeah, it's dumb. Tell them to 52. Yeah, that shit that works. It's dumb. It's very easy to do.
Everyone's good. Yep. Tuscany Hill Road to the side. Yep. Hill Road to the inside. Hill Road to the inside.
This is Fort Hillman 52. On your 8th annual holiday hunger relief campaign. By NCS staff, November 24th, 2025. Little news. Weekly insights on the technology, production, and business decisions shaping media and broadcast tree to access independent coverage and subscribe anytime. Subscribe to NCS. NCS Navigating the Future Broadcasting. NBC4 and Telemundo 52 have launched their 8th annual Helping Our Community campaign aimed at supporting regional food banks across Southern California during the holiday season. This new runs from November 24th to December 31st. The campaign raises funds to help provide meals to families in Los Angeles, Orange County, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, and Ventura County since 2018. The campaign has raised more than $2.7 million, resulting in more than 11.1 million meals distributed across the region. Community members can contribute by texting 601 452 to 707070. 1601, who are by donating in person at participating Ralphs and Foods for Less supermarkets. A QR code will also appear during broadcast to provide another donation option. See Universal stated all policies of our directly to food banks and local pantries, including the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, Southern Harvest, Orange County, Feeding America,
26.
Inland Empire, and Food Share Ventura County. We are deeply grateful for the generosity of our viewers and the community partners.
Hill Road to the inside.
Todd Lakhtari. Okay, now it's crazy. Yeah, I already know this. President and General Manager of NBC4 and Telemundo 52, Year to year, your support helps provide thousands of meals families who need it most. Together, we are making a real difference, bringing hope to our neighbors during the holidays and beyond. The stations will cover stories related to the campaign across your morning, midday, and evening newscasts. Content related to the campaign is also available on multiple platforms, including NBC LA. Content related to the campaign is also available on multiple platforms, including the NBC LA and Telemundo 52 mobile apps, YouTube channels, and 24/7 local news streaming channels, NBC Los Angeles News, and Noticias Telemundo California. That's it. Something new. Additional info is available at NBCLA.com/community and Telemundo52.com/community. Viewers can also follow updates on social media through at NBCLA and at Telemundo52. Desmond. Here to the tool there. Guys, that's done. Told. Glad I forget it. Hey, gay.
And the parents equipped.
Did I have the same control?
Yep. Elrose inside.
Nope. Right. Shut the 2000.
Fucking Elrose inside. Illustrated. Illustrated traditional Catholic audiobooks.
2140 and 2200.
roast inside. And a 15.
800. Yards. You too. You too. Well, if it's stolen, it's stolen. Because, what you called? I don't like to go to my feet.
All 20%. One per month.
Norman. And parents equipped. For beeps.
Roast inside.
Jim. Get a chair.
Hold to 20%. That's fine.
Combination. Shit. She's remains silent. I don't conduct the searches. Are you detaining me? Record
The
note.
technician that. Okay, boys in Oxnard. Stole my buyer's tag receipt.
21. Oop. Oh, it's very press. Because I'm intelligent, no one.
Inside. March 13. Hold to present. Maybe some roads inside.
All right.
You got $93,000. So once it qualifies you, Case Connect AI sets you up with a human specialist who gets you what you're legally owed, and it gets you it in weeks. Yes, you heard me correct. Weeks. Not months or years like every other personal injury firm. In weeks. So you don't chase paperwork, you don't deal with adjusters, you just get paid. AI is replacing all, sure. But right now, it's replacing disrespectful lowball offers with real money in your pocket. Don't miss out like I almost did. Click the link, take the 30-second quiz, and let Case Connect AI get you every dollar you're owed and deserve. Case Connect, Case Connect, it's the link down below. Case Connect,
how much you loaded?
see how much you can get in 30 seconds.
The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Law number 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you're helping the drowning man, but you're only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with the happy and fortunate instead. The infector possesses an inward instability that radiates outward, drawing disaster to all that they touch. Mary Gilbert, aka Lola Montez of Ireland, was one such person. Lola found herself in the role of a courtesan, prostitute of the royal court. In today's society, Lola would be considered a gold digger. She only sought out men with high social standing in the community that she could use for her own gain. Once she would have her hooks in these men, their slow demise began. One of her victims was King Ludwig of Bavaria, who felt compelled to help Lola. Yet once he was warned of the dangers of his affair with her, he could not seem to resist Lola's aura and almost found his once peaceful country in a state of civil war. It was not until then that the king finally ordered Lola to leave, but a month after she left, King Ludwig was forced to relinquish his throne. There are many men who suffered because of their association with Lola Montez. King Ludwig said that he was bewitched by Lola. Lola was an unstable, incurable, and infectious character type. This is not to say that these characteristics are only restricted to women. This is to say that there are some people whose emotions are so powerful that they infect the very soul of the people that they touch. How to recognize an infector? They draw misfortune upon themselves. They have a turbulent past. They have a long line of broken relationships. They have an unstable career. They have a forceful character that sweeps you up and makes you lose reason. They have a desire to destroy and unsettle, and is chronically dissatisfied. They have great effect on the world around them. And what do you do when you meet one? Don't argue with them. This is part of how they trap you. Don't try to help them no matter what they say. Don't pass the person on to your friends or you will become enmeshed. Flee the infector's presence or suffer the consequences. Learn to fear the power of infection. The risk of associating with infectors is that you will waste valuable time and energy trying to free yourself. Through a kind of guilt by association, you will also suffer in the eyes of others. On the other side of the spectrum of infectors are those people who attract happiness through their good cheer, natural buoyancy, and intelligence. They are a source of pleasure, and you must associate with them to share in the prosperity they draw upon themselves. All positive qualities can infect us, but taking advantage of the emotional side of this osmosis may be difficult. Now I put down 5 ways to affect positive change through your associations. If you are miserly by nature, associate with the generous and they will infect you, opening up everything that is tight and is strict in you. Only generous souls attain greatness. If you are gloomy, gravitate to the cheerful. If you are prone to isolation, force yourself to befriend the gregarious. Never associate with those who share your defects. They will reinforce what holds you back. One simple example is the meth head who tries to break out of the cycle of drugs and still just hangs out with his other meth head friends. It's just a very difficult environment. And 5, only create associations with positive affinities. So to quote Balthasar Gracian once again, recognize the fortunate so that you may choose their company and the unfortunate so that you may avoid them. Misfortune is usually the crime of folly, and among those who suffer from it there is no malady more contagious. Never open your door to the least of misfortunes, for if you do, many others will follow in its train. Do not die of another's misery. That's it for this law. If you seek more sourceful reviews, you must subscribe. Thanks for watching. 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Law number 26. Keep your hands clean. You must seem a paragon of civility and efficiency. Your hands are never soiled by mistakes and nasty deeds. Maintain such a spotless appearance by using others as scapegoats and cat's paws to disguise your involvement. Conceal your mistakes. Have a scapegoat around to take the blame. Our good name and reputation depend more on what we conceal than on what we reveal. Everyone makes mistakes, but those who are truly clever manage to hide them. To make sure someone else is blamed. A convenient scapegoat should always be kept around for such moments. Understanding the workings of power and the importance of a convenient head and have it served immediately. Handle them. People of power are undone not by the mistakes they make, but by the way they deal with them. The mistake does not vanish with an apology. It deepens and festers. It's better to cut it off instantly, distract attention
Go back until 20%.
on a convenient scapegoat. Give people time to ponder your responsibility or your possible incompetence. The bloody sacrifice of the scapegoat seems a barbaric relic of the past,
And one.
but the practice lives on to this day, if indirectly and symbolically. Seem never to make mistakes, the use of scapegoats is as popular as ever. Besides conveniently shifting blame, a scapegoat can serve as a warning to others. Example of Cesare Borgia. Robert Greene took the following right out of Niccolo Machiavelli's The Prince. Cesare used the scapegoat to gain control of life. He gave Orco, a cruel and vigorous man, absolute powers. With extreme violence, he would enforce Cesare's rule with brutal justice and grow hated by the local population. To guard his own reputation, to avoid being associated with Orco's gruesome actions, to calm the people's scream for revenge, he publicly stated that he had in no way ordered Orco to do what he did, and imprisoned, beheaded, and blamed him. Cesare had painted a pleasing picture for the public, who not wished Orco's death, but that his cruelty be repaid. Next to his headless body, Orco's head was spiked up on a pike. To quote Achilles fighting Hector at the temple of the sun god, "Why would I kill you now, young prince, if no one sees how you fall?" Cesare built a spectacle for everyone to see. Not only can you use others as scapegoats, but you can make them your cat's paw. In the fable, the monkey grabs the paw of his friend the cat, and uses his paw to get at the fish chestnuts out of the pie, so as to get the nuts without hurting himself. If there is something unpleasant or unpopular that needs to be done, it is far too risky for you to do the work yourself. You need a cat's paw, someone who does the dirty work for you. The cat's paw grabs what you need, hurts who you need hurt, and keeps people from noticing that you are the one responsible. Let someone else be the executioner or the bearer of bad news, while you bring only joy and glad tidings. Cleopatra was more than only a woman. She was a queen, an empress, a goddess. Her appearance would never be the same, only ever wearing the nicest robes and accessories. Probably one of the most dangerous seductresses in history. Like many women still today, she used her feminine qualities to get men to do as she desired. At the age of 10, she witnessed her father, Ptolemy XII, get overthrown and banished by her elder sisters. Berenice emerged as the leader of the rebellion, had her other sisters imprisoned, and her own husband murdered to secure her own rule. This extreme violence on one of her own made the public resent her, and 4 years later, Ptolemy could return, beheading the elder sisters. In 51 BC, Ptolemy died and left 4 remaining children as heirs. The eldest son, the 11 years old Ptolemy XIII, married the elder sister Cleopatra. Incest was common in order to keep royal positions and thus power in the family. In a fight for power, Cleopatra was exiled. None dared to make the same mistake as Berenice by killing one of their own. It would inevitably shed a dark light on the murderer. Therefore, Cleopatra bided her time and schemed. When she heard of Julius Caesar's plan to make Egypt a Roman colony, she arranged to see him, seducing and thereafter using him as a tool to destroy her siblings and other enemies to get the throne for herself. In 41 BC, she would use the same tactics on Mark Antony. She was able to reduce both of these very powerful and dangerous men to to her cat's paws, doing exactly what she wanted them to. And that's it for this one. However, there is an additional lesson for men to be learned here. Even a great man such as Julius Caesar was tamed by feminine charm. Be wary of the Cleopatras in today's society. Their numbers have grown enormously, while the odds for men to become a Caesar are constantly diminishing. As always, thanks for watching.
If police have reasonable suspicion to believe you're involved in a crime, they're legally allowed to detain you for a short period of time. Reasonable suspicion requires less evidence than probable cause, but it basically means the officer has some specific reason to believe that you're up to something. For example, police can legally stop someone who matches the description of a criminal suspect. A suspect who drops a suspicious object after seeing the police. Or someone who runs away after seeing the police. Don't ever run from the police. That's part of what the officers can use for probable cause. And they'll run you down and make you regret it. But if you see police approaching, be calm and assert your rights if needed. But don't run.
No roads, no inside. Only the okay.
This is how they get you. Police come knocking at your door saying, hey there.
Okay, people.
The program can we search your home? Hell no. You don't have to let them in.
You have no right talking to me.
Even if the police have probable cause, the Fourth Amendment requires them to get a signed search warrant from a judge to enter and search your home. Unless there's a serious emergency, they can't come in without a search warrant.
Okay, no. Well, then you don't have to.
But they don't need a warrant if you invite them in.
Go ask inside.
When the officers came knocking, Karen could have talked to them outside and closed the door behind her.
Good afternoon, officers. How can I help you?
The chain line.
Who is it? Police department. Good afternoon, officers. How can I help you? Hi, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Survive. No, my name is Officer Smith. This is Officer Jones.
As part of the new home safety program.
All right. That shit is crazy.
If police come to your door and you don't need their help, you may simply decline to answer the door. Because you don't have to let them in unless they have a search warrant.
That's valuable. So beeps.
If I do not consent, when are police allowed to search my car?
Probable cause means police must have clear facts or evidence. It's not enough to search or arrest you, but it doesn't take much. Most avoidable police searches happen not because police have probable cause. They happen because people are tricked or intimidated into consenting.
Rose inside.
So an expired registration isn't probable cause to search my car?
No, it's not. But you still got to be careful. Courts are eager to uphold police searches, so something suspicious about you or your car could be considered probable. I'm not the kind of guy to tell you how you should express yourself. Exposing yourself to police by being a public nuisance. Don't expose yourself. If police detain and frisk you, you have the right to clearly state your refusal to consent to the search.
Officer, I'm not resistant, but I do not consent to searches.
But you should only verbally refuse, never physically resist. Never. Just touching a cop to get you tasered or beat could also get charged with felony assault.
That's exceed 40.
Face forward. Darren, do you see any handled yourself better?
Good evening, officer. How's it going?
Did you know you were swerving between lanes?
No, officer.
Let me see your license and registration.
Sure. My license? Registration.
I'm Darren. We've had some problems with gangs moving guns down this highway. Not packing any Tech 9s, are you?
No, sir.
I didn't think so. So you don't mind if I take a look, do you?
Officer, I know you're just doing your job. I don't have any guns or whatever, but I don't consent to search.
Rule number 3. You have the right to refuse amendment. For your Fourth Amendment protections to legally apply, you must be prepared to clearly state your refusal to suppression. Everyone, repeat after me.
Yep.
I don't consent to searches.
Don't consent to searches.
The officers can't hear you, so say it again.
I don't consent to searches.
One more time.
I don't consent to searches.
You a law student or something?
So if I show that I know the rules, you might think I'm a law student. Maybe I got big legal connections.
Perhaps. But don't get carried away by saying stuff like,
I know my rights. Get out of my face.
Why do you have your car on?
Oh, just
Fucking gas.
fine. I'll turn it off.
Fucking thinking.
I have a right.
You got no gas.
I mean,
Why do you got the car on?
I have enough gas to get over there, but yep, I get it. It's off.
Dang, please.
Yeah.
Look, you realize you can still lose the fucking place. Even on the last day that you're there. Way out. Why you fucking up? You realize you can still lose everything.
Okay.
Right? You realize that?
Yeah, okay.
You have housing for now. You can lose that. Yeah, if they're getting a place for you. You can lose that. You can lose all of it. This has not changed since like before. It's the same thing. Think.
I do.
Listen, look, have you ever thought of something? Do you realize how hard it is for me to think? That the likelihood of you dying before I do is very high.
Plus, because I live over a woman that sells methamphetamine, and then she hobos to get loaded, which are her uncle and brother.
And listen, please listen. Don't like throw that out just to shut me up. Think of it. The likelihood of me dying and you dying shortly thereafter is even higher than that. You realize that? I'm the one that like keeps you like alive.
Hmm?
Okay? So don't fuck it up for yourself. If you don't give a shit about me, that's your problem. Alright? Because without me, you would have fucking died somewhere already. Think, please.
I do.
Okay, do you realize that if you don't have a place to live out here in the free world, you might end up dying in prison. That's worse than dying out here on the street.
Okay, that's only because you pushed me to accept your plea deal, but yeah.
But if you care nothing about anybody else, you should at least care about yourself getting in a worse situation than you already are.
I do care.
You can lose it
I know.
at any moment. Just because you're on your way out doesn't mean you can't lose everything still. You still can. You can lose your housing. You can lose your house. And trust me, they're not giving any more vouchers out. Okay?
Yep.
Things are getting harder, not easier. You were fucking lucky that your mother will even get you that place. You should be fucking grateful as hell. There's not too many people to do that.
Mhm.
Anybody on the street that would try right now, they're not going to be able to do it. The vouchers are there, and then that's it. Trump cut that whole thing out. The people that still have it, who knows for how long they'll still have it. That can end too. Think.
I do.
I don't think so. Then why do you create problems for yourself?
I'm
by
trying
pissing
to.
people off?
Avoid unhappy people.
You're the unhappy person. You realize, listen to me, you realize, if I lived there, do you think I would have problems with them? I don't think so.
You might.
I don't think so.
Sabrina is a lazy woman that doesn't want to be accountable.
How is that my problem? It's not my problem.
She harbors what's called two hobos that get loaded. Her uncle and brother.
How is that my problem? It's not my problem. I wouldn't, like, you know what they do is their business. Unless it affects me physically, then I don't care. Why would I care?
I'm trying to tell Hot 10 avoid unhappy and unlucky. And there's two unhappy hobos that get loaded. And Billy told me to 50 that always what's called touch my feet, and I don't like it.
And
That's why I'm basically I'm gonna
have something
put my vehicle in it.
that fast. And that's a roof over your head. A safe place you can sleep in, okay? You can lose it that fast still, okay?
Mhm.
Nothing has changed. If you fuck up badly, you can lose it. Where will you be?
Right.
Okay, your grandma and grandpa are elderly. They could pass away any day.
Yep.
Plus, they can't have you there anymore,
Right.
okay? I'm old.
Yep.
I'm 60 fucking years old, okay?
Yep.
I barely can make it by to pay my bills and support myself. Hopefully, maybe a little while longer.
Yep.
Then I'm old.
Right.
Okay? You're 36 years old.
I know.
At your age.
I do.
No, you don't.
I'm making the choice to sleep in my vehicle. 700 office. What's it called?
Yes.
Access my email, sign papers, get keys for unit 74.
Stay out of fucking trouble. You realize that?
I do.
You realize I can't fix your problems forever.
I know.
I can't keep you from getting in trouble.
I know.
You do it all your own.
I know.
Why? Who gets fucked? You. Why? Why do you do that?
Believe me, if I didn't live over what's called Sabrina, I would stay inside what's called via unit.
You realize that where you're going to be out, you have more neighbors.
So what? I'll just keep my mouth shut. And they don't sell meth, and they're not trying to control the building because of what's called of people coming in to purchase meth.
And you're going to have neighbors above you, on the side of you, in front of you. What the hell? You have one fucking neighbor, and you can't get along well enough to like shut your mouth and be able to go in there and come out and do all with your life.
Family distributes
What's going to
methamphetamine.
happen when you have more neighbors?
What's it called? See a junkie putting what's called its hands all over her patio because it wants what's called to purchase meth. It's bad.
That's your fucking problem, Andrew. So long as they don't touch you, that's not your fucking problem.
They don't like me. The two hobos touch my feet when I'm in the unit.
Why? Because you started the fight from the beginning.
It's called. I wanted accountability for what's been ordered.
You're your own person. I'm old, okay? I can't keep up with your problem. When I die, probably you'll die too. Alright? I want to be there to help you.
Right.
So stay out of fucking trouble, okay?
Huh?
Tomorrow, hopefully, they'll get you keys to another place. Don't fuck it up.
I know.
And don't be stupid. Don't piss people off. None of that.
Huh?
Alright? That's got to end. Otherwise, your life will end. Out here, you may, end up dying in prison. Why do you want that? Nobody wants that.
Well, what's called? You're right. And what's it called? But what's one of those things where what's
If I
called?
give you something to eat tonight, and just fucking stay out of
Yeah,
trouble.
they're basically what's it called? I will keep my housing because what's it called? I can get killed on the street. What's it called? But what's it called? I'm just saying that what's it called? I'm aware that you pushed me into accepting a plea deal to make it easier for you to throw me in prison. Just letting you know.
Drop that. Why you hang on to shit that only holds you back?
Right. Well, it's because awareness is just awareness. But I'll make it work. I'll just basically,
Okay, I don't
I'll basically, sign papers and get the case for Unit 74. I'll get the case for Unit 74.
Just shut up, okay?
Alright.
Damn it.
Hey, check it out. The Ring is a dash cam too.
Fine, maybe you can help me get one of those for my house. When we got some time.
I usually do the wiring for the Garmin, and it's called the Ring could be a dashboard.
Okay.
The Ring could be
You can do that for me someday that you have a moment. Have something set up so I have like a thing on the house.
The Ring could be a dash cam too.
You can tell me how to do it, and you can do it for me because I don't know how. I haven't looked at it close enough, but I'd like to have that.
Right, but it's funny because the Ring cam could be a dash cam too because the Garmin, cable, is compatible with it.
Okay, well that's good.
All right.
That's good to know. Help me do that when we get a chance.
All right.
Right now, stay out of fucking trouble.
All right.
I'm gonna give you something at least to eat tonight, something to drink, and that's it.
Okay.
And tomorrow, is another day.
All right.
Don't fuck it up.
I won't.
I'll be back for the feedback. Please stay out of trouble.
I definitely won't.
Pause anymore, Paul.
I won't. I won't.
You're going backwards. You don't even know it, but you're going backwards. You have one name now.
It's fine.
That's all.
I don't know. More control building the outside. Yeah, just methamphetamine. All right.